If you're a mid-handicapper, finding the right set of irons can feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. You want something forgiving enough to cover your misses, but not so clunky that it embarrasses you at the first tee. You want distance, but you also want the ball to actually stop on the green. Sound familiar? You've come to the right place. Welcome to Golf Gear Now, where we dig through the specs, hit the range, and do the homework so you don't have to. Today we're breaking down our picks for the 5 best irons built specifically with mid-handicappers in mind. These clubs are listed in no particular order. Each one earns its spot for a different reason. All product links are in the description below with the best prices we could find, so don't forget to check those out. Let's get into it. Here's something most golfers don't realize. The right miss that plagues so many mid-handicappers isn't entirely their fault. TaylorMade spent years studying iron design and discovered that most game improvement irons actually have a built-in bias that pushes the ball to the right on long and mid-iron shots. That finding became the entire foundation of the Qi irons, and it's why this set deserves to be on your radar. The Qi irons are built around TaylorMade's straight distance philosophy, a patented face design that controls how each individual face flexes at impact, neutralizing that cut spin and keeping your ball on a tighter, straighter line than most irons in this category can manage. In testing with a respected golf equipment outlet, the Qi 7 iron was tied for the longest mid-handicap iron tested all year, and dispersion came in over 2% tighter than the category average. That's real-world yardage with real-world accuracy. Each iron in the set is individually engineered. The long irons feature a lower center of gravity to help the ball launch easily from the turf, while the scoring irons shift that CG higher for better flight control and stopping power on approach shots. A catback design with a wraparound carbon insert pulls the best qualities from hollow body and cavity back construction into one cohesive package. High Briar echo dampers kill unwanted vibration at impact, so the feedback you feel is useful and clean. None of that hollow, tin can sound that puts players off the hollow body category. Golfers who already fight a hook will want to test these before buying. The draw bias in the mid and long irons is genuinely strong. For everyone else, especially those who push or fade their long irons, the Qi irons deliver exactly what TaylorMade promises. A great fit for the mid-handicapper who wants a set that works overtime on their most common miss. There's a question every mid-handicapper has to answer when shopping for irons. How much are you willing to spend to get great performance? The Callaway Paradigm AI Smoke HL irons exist for the golfer who refuses to overpay, and they make that an incredibly easy position to hold. Callaway built this set by feeding real swing data from hundreds of thousands of actual golfers into a machine learning system. Not Tour Pro data, not ideal swing data, but the kind of swings real mid-handicappers actually make on the course. That data shaped what Callaway calls the AI Smart Face, optimized to maximize ball speed, launch angle, and consistency for the swings most of us produce on our good days and our bad ones. The HL designation, high launch, means everything in the construction is designed to get the ball up in the air more easily. A deep cavity back, wider sole, greater offset, and a longer blade all work together to make solid contact more achievable, even when the swing isn't quite right. The shafts in the long and mid irons are a half-inch longer than standard, which adds carry distance without asking you to swing any harder. Tungsten weighting placed at the perimeter keeps the CG low and deep for a high stopping ball flight. The dynamic sole, a pre-worn leading edge with variable bounce, lets the club slide cleanly through the turf from all kinds of lies, taking one more variable out of the equation. Testers found that on mishits toward the toe, the AI Smoke HL retained almost all of its carry distance, which is exactly the kind of forgiveness a mid-handicapper needs round after round. Golfers with faster swing speeds may find the HL model launches slightly higher than ideal and can give up some distance control at the top end. For the mid-handicapper with a moderate tempo who wants more height on their approach shots and tighter dispersion at a price that's genuinely fair, this set is very difficult to argue against. Srixon doesn't always get the attention of the big two in the iron category, but golfers who've put the ZXi5 in their hands tend to walk away wondering why they waited so long. This is one of those irons where the numbers on paper don't fully capture how good it actually feels to play. The ZXi5 is built around Srixon's new iForged technology, a construction method that uses a technique called condensed forging to place structural strength exactly where each iron needs it, running from the high toe area along the top line of the blade. Because that strength is handled structurally, Srixon had the freedom to make the face material itself 14% softer than the previous generation. What comes out the other end is an iron that delivers a genuinely exceptional impact sensation for this category, the kind of feedback you normally associate with a much smaller, more demanding club. Tungsten weighting optimizes launch and stability across the set, and the mainframe system, a network of AI milled channels on the back of the face, amplifies ball speed while redistributing weight to raise MOI and protect distance on off-center strikes. The Tour-Fi T-sole blends sole widths, notch positioning, and bounce angles in a way that lets the club glide through fairway, rough, and sand without snagging. It builds the kind of confidence from tight lies that most mid-handicappers don't get from their current set. Progressive grooves run wider and shallower through the long irons for consistent spin across a larger strike area, then shift deeper and tighter in the scoring clubs for maximum control on approaches. Golf Digest Hot List testers called out the toe forgiveness, tight dispersion, and strong workability, high and low, draw, and fade, as highlights across the entire test. Golfers who make frequent contact near the heel or toe may see slightly more distance loss than they would with a full game improvement iron. The sweet spot rewards commitment to the center. For the mid-handicapper who wants genuine feel, real feedback, a clean look at address, and forgiveness they can actually feel working, the ZXi5 hits a level that's genuinely hard to find in one iron. Before we keep going, if this video is helping you narrow down your next set, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. We put out gear breakdowns like this one regularly, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. Every iron on today's list has a direct link in the description with the best current pricing we found. Saves you the search, gets you straight to the deal. Now let's get into the last two. Titleist has built its entire brand around precision and quality, and for a long time that reputation kept game improvement golfers at arm's length, the assumption being that Titleist irons were for better players. The T350 is Titleist's direct answer to that assumption, and it's a convincing one. The core of the T350 is a forged L-face design, a high-strength steel face engineered to wrap into the sole, creating an extended flex zone that generates ultra-fast ball speed across the entire hitting area, particularly on low-face strikes. Multi-zone variable face thickness pushes ball speed even further across the face, and max impact technology, a polymer positioned just behind the face, maintains consistency in carry distance and feel even when contact isn't exactly centered. Split high-density tungsten in the heel and toe produces remarkable stability on off-center hits, and the progressive groove design ensures your short irons spin up clean and reliably, even from wet rough. What's changed most dramatically in this version of the T350 is how it looks. The profile has been cleaned up significantly. The sleek matte finish runs consistent across the entire T-Series family. So if you ever want to blend models for a custom setup, the bag looks intentional rather than mismatched. The top line is thicker than a player's iron, but manages to look clean and confident rather than chunky. In testing, golfers repeatedly describe the ball flight as towering but penetrating, high enough to hold greens, steep enough to stop quickly. One Golf Digest tester said they couldn't miss the sweet spot even when they stepped on it, and that the trajectory through the long irons was a genuine surprise. This sits at the premium end of the game improvement category, and golfers looking to spend less will find competitive options elsewhere on this list. For the mid to high handicapper who wants Titleist quality, a stunning visual package, and a set that genuinely performs at the top of its class, the T350 makes a very strong case for every dollar it asks. Some irons are built to help golfers who are struggling. The TaylorMade P790 was built for golfers who are ready to start winning. It's the iron that created the player's distance category, and the newest version is arguably the best the P790 has ever been. From the top down, this is a player's iron. Thin top line, minimal offset, a refined, compact profile that looks sharp and deliberate at address, the kind of address look that actually makes you want to commit to the shot. But what's happening inside that clean exterior is where the real story is. A hollow body filled with speed foam air houses a new 4340M forged face material that is 20% stronger than the previous generation. That added strength lets TaylorMade make the face thinner and more flexible, which expands the sweet spot by up to 24% compared to the prior version. More forgiveness, more ball speed, more distance, all inside a package that doesn't tip its hand at address. FLT-DCG technology positions the center of gravity individually for each iron in the set. In the long irons, the CG drops low to maximize launch and make those harder-to-hit clubs genuinely playable. In the scoring irons, it moves higher to improve spin control and keep distances consistent. The through-slot speed pocket in the longer iron soles acts as a safeguard on low-face contact, preserving ball speed when the strike isn't quite where you wanted it. Testing revealed a carry variance of just 12 yards across an entire session. Exceptional consistency for a hollow body iron moving at this kind of speed. Golfers who struggle to compress the ball or make inconsistent contact across the face may not fully unlock what the P790 offers. This iron rewards those who bring at least moderate swing speed and some consistency consistency to the equation. For the mid-handicapper who is improving, hitting the ball with some authority, and ready for a set that challenges them to grow while still offering real distance and genuine forgiveness, the P790 is a set you could put in your bag today and still be proud to play in 5 years. That wraps up our top 5 irons for mid-handicappers. Whether you need maximum forgiveness, tour-inspired looks, exceptional feel, or the best value for your money, this list has you covered. Every single one of these sets can genuinely help you hit more greens, attack more pins, and post lower scores. If you got something out of this video, hit that like button. It helps us more than you know. And subscribe to Golf Gear now if you haven't already, so we can keep bringing you breakdowns like this one. Every iron on today's list is linked in the description with the best current pricing we could find. Go check it out, find your fit, and we'll see you in the next one.